Hey everyone, welcome. Today I'll be telling you the difference between like prospecting versus like attracting clients. See, there are like two methods. Okay, one is which we all know, like inbound marketing and outbound marketing. Now I'll be breaking down which is going to be like more effective and which you guys can use in order for you to get like international clients for your services. A lot of you guys have asked me like how to get clients, what to do, what not to do, and I'll be breaking down which methods works the best. Okay, like prospecting, mostly it is nothing but like outbound, right? Like you go and search them, that is called like outbound. Attracting clients based on whatever value you are giving, it is like inbound. Now I'll be basically breaking down based on these two things which method is going to be the best in like long run as well as like in short run as well. Based on that, like based on where you want to be, like you will be able to do like better choices. The first most important thing, now let's understand, out of these two methods, right? We all have like limited time. Do you guys agree or not? Like we all have like limited time of like only 8 hours. Like we can work like 8 hours in a day, right? That's like a typical hours. Like as a coach, consultant, entrepreneur, like we can 8 to 10 hours. Like we will be able to work. Now, if you are messaging, right? What is the maximum like you guys can message? Let me know in the chat what you guys think. If you are messaging to a client or a prospect, how many people can you message in a day? Can anyone tell me? Usually it's going to be if you are using one platform, like example like Facebook, right? Like the Facebook, like maximum like you will be able to connect with like 150 new friends. Maybe if you are not doing like consistently, like you can message like 80 friends, right? Like basically it's like around 40 to 50 around. Like if you follow up afterwards, there will be like a red color mark which shows like you have maxed out like the messaging, like you cannot message still more people. That's what happens like if you max out. Now the thing is, there is a limit. Now basically you can do for one platform, imagine like you have your Instagram account, like you will basically again do like 50 follow or like start the conversation. And if you have a LinkedIn account, like again the same thing, like 50 connections, right? Basically on an average, if you see like 50 friends, 50 follow and 50 connections, like you will be able to do on a day-to-day basis, right? Do you guys agree or not? That's like close to like and the time which is required for each platform, it will take you like 2 hours if you are like well experienced and if you know exactly what you're doing, right? 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, it will take you like 6 hours, right? And another just to connect and find the right group of people, and then like 2 hours will go in like the messaging them, following up with them, bringing them on the call, entering in the KPI sheet. All these things take so much of time. And what is the output? Like you also have to measure the output, which my mentor like Sam Owens called something called like asymmetric output. Now the decision life and half life of this thing is like very very small. Now when you are working, you are able to get a client, right? If you're not messaging someone, you will not be able to get a client. Do you guys agree or not? Like when you're messaging, like you'll be able to get a client, or else like you will not be able to get any client because you are doing outbound, like you are messaging them. Only when you message, like they will hop on a call and like you can close the deal. Now when it comes down to outbound, here is the thing. Now whatever inbound, like by doing so many things, and in fact you are just messaging them, in fact there is no much value addition also happening. In fact you have to hop on a call with them. Now see, what is the upside and downside of this method? I'll tell you. The upside, if you know exactly who is your client avatar, whom you have to target, if you have understood the pain, the desire, the needs of the problems which they are facing, you will be able to close them on call. If you find out the right person, okay, like you will be able to do it soon as well. And the thing is, like it actually the ratio is going to be like very less. It's like 1% or like 2% or like 1 to 5%, right? That's like the average ratio, because um, you will be connecting with so many people, like 80% they will be like rejecting what you are doing, right? Like 70 to 80%, or like even 90% rejection, like you'll be able to get, because no one knows exactly what you're doing, what problem you're solving, how you can help them out. But the thing is, like, if you're able to touch that 1% mark, right, by, it's all like law of numbers. The more members like you message and like you connect, like you'll be able to close. And it's all like you putting like more efforts, like bringing them, messaging them, and then bringing them on the call, and that's when they take the decision to buy your product or like service. Now if you see on the other side, attracting clients based on whatever value you are giving, here is the beauty. Now the thing is, instead of like you going out there and like messaging people, which is going to take a lot of time, you like free value, share like your knowledge, share insights, share like your experience. If you have read a book, or like if you have read a book, or if you went to an event, share them whatever actionable steps like you want to share, so that they will be able to get the knowledge, and they will be able to implement. Now in this way, what's happening is basically you're giving value. And in fact, when I was even reading like a high ticket client, right, a person only buys after like he sees you multiple times, like multiple touch points. I was just recently talking to one prospect, and I asked him like, what motivated you to buy like certain person's course, like a high ticket program which was like $4,000. He said, man, I followed him for like 2 years, right, and there was no other thought whether he's scam or like real. I just bought it because he consumed so much information. When you consume a lot of information about that person, basically you are going to love him. Like first you are going to like him, and the same thing after certain days, and that's what everyone does, right? And when they love you, and then they are going to pay the price, whatever it is, and they are going to become part of your community, right? Become part of your course, mastermind, course, event, anything. Now the thing over here is, if you are following the second method, attracting client based on the value what you are giving, and forming the digital ecosystem model, where you nurture the people, like you build a tribe, like you build the culture around that, right? Like you nurture people, you build the tribe, like you seed the beliefs, thoughts, experiences, right? How you can make their lives better. Eventually they'll be able to buy your product and services, because you have created a community. And now the downside is, I will tell you the downside of this approach. See, it takes time. It doesn't matter how much good you are. It doesn't mean like you have an apple or a mango seed and you just put as much as water you want, right? And the mango or like apple fruit, like you'll not be able to get on a single day. Like you have to constantly nurture based on what they want, what the audience want. If you give them, eventually they will be able to buy your product and service when they are seeing the value what you are giving, right? The knowledge, insights, like whatever you're nurturing over there. In this way, like you will be able to have a long-term business, not just like a short-term. Like you will be able to have a long-term business. Now all the people who will be in community, they can watch your videos whenever they want, however they want, either in iPad, laptop, computer, TV, wherever it is, whether it is on YouTube, right? It's going to be like evergreen, right? Every day, like you will be getting more views compared to what it was yesterday, last week, last month, last year, and it's going to be like evergreen content. Now imagine it's on like Facebook, right? On Facebook, the lifespan of that content is like just like 1 week or 2 weeks, because after that people don't scroll and check unless something very specific they knew you have posted something. And on lifespan is like less, right? And Instagram lifespan is like too less also, right? It's going to be going to give like instant boost, right? If you have like a lot of followers and like people who are following you. But if you create something like evergreen, people will see that value, and not just 1%, a lot of people will watch it. And it's like if 100 people watch it, maybe one or two or like three people will become part of your tribe. From that 1 or 2% will be able to buy your product and services, because you are like real, right? You are sharing the real knowledge, and you being like real authentic. mm, like you sharing like your this thing, like your real life, what's happening in your life, and like your real stories. That's what people want. What was the ups downs, like people are able to relate, instead of like people see like your real face, right? Face is the most important thing, right? Like if you see like Elon Musk, Tesla, why does it work so well? Because he puts his face, right? He's telling, I am behind Tesla, SpaceX. He's able to attract the brightest, smartest engineers, talented people to come and work with him. And that's what like you can do, right? And now the main thing which I want to tell you guys is, in prospecting is going to take like lot of time. And the downfall which I saw was, it takes like lot of time, lot of effort. In fact, the downside is, I'll just tell you the downside. Like you should have a very good message script, right? Like the starting message has to be very good. Now what I have seen is, close to 90% people, including I also used to fail, because I was good in like closing, but the starting few messages has to be very important. Like you, if you know exactly what you're doing, your message and the audience, only when they resonate, what you do, see, all these three things is like very important. Only when all these things resonate, what you do, what you do, what you speak, right? And what you do, what you speak, and what results like you have, right? Based on this, the client actually takes the action. Now over here, the most important thing is the messaging has to be fixed properly. Like your profile has to be very well optimized, telling about exactly who you are, what you're doing. Because you can just put something what you're doing, and if your profile is not optimized, like the person will not be able to come to know what exactly you're doing. Now these are all the things which you have to keep in mind. Whereas over here, like attracting clients based on value, whatever you're giving, this is going to be like for long run, right? It's going to be amazing. Like you share whatever knowledge, wisdom like you have on like platforms like YouTube or like Facebook, wherever it is. Share the value, share the knowledge. And if you want to bring the people back to like YouTube, just put like 1 minute stories or like 2 minute stories on like Facebook or like Instagram. Redirect them to like YouTube, tell them to watch, and then tell them to become part of your funnel, right? In this way, once they have come and once they have become part of it, then like you once they have seen the value what you bring in everything, then you redirect them to your funnel where they put their opt-in, right? And then they watch like your offer, and then they are going to book a call or like become part of your offer and services, right? In this approach, like if you do it, it's going to be like more reliable, like, and it's going to be like long term, and you also have built your brand instead of. And the thing is, like you are doing it in a more systematic way, right? Building a mission, more systematic approach, right? Most systematic approach. Basically, you are building an infrastructure for your business. In this way, if you do it, like you will be able to run in like long run. Now even if you just see some of the examples which I'll tell you, you must have seen like guys like if you are from USA, like if you see guys like Alex Harmozy, right? Alex Harmozy, Sam Owens, Ty Lopez, Russell Brunson, right? They actually put a lot of content. They are able to educate a lot of audience for free. Now in Indian market, if you just see Rajiv Talreja and Siddharth Rajsheakar, right? and other people, like example Rahul Bhatnagar, right? They are actually providing a lot of value for absolutely for like free, like Vivek Bindra, right? He's the guy who is providing so much of value for absolutely for free, right? They are not doing what I can tell, like direct inbound, like outbound prospecting. Instead, they are either posting a lot of content on like YouTube, creating the digital ecosystem, and then they are bringing the leads. They have continuous pipeline of leads, right? And that is what differentiates the top 1% players, because the top 1% players always get leads. They get leads, right, on autopilot mode, right, because they have systems. And what is the difference between the bottom 99% is, I can tell, like bottom 95% is like we basically do like messaging directly, right? Hey, please come buy our product service, right? And that is one thing which I observed what I was doing in the past and how I have to go about, right? Bottom, like messaging them, prospecting them, right? This is what we do, right? And this is how we have to go about, right? Let me know, guys, like if you found this valuable, and let me know if you have any questions about like prospecting versus like adding value directly, sharing as much as value like you can, right? Which approach like is more suitable for you. Now you have to decide and go with that. Okay, like if you want to build long-term business for like your coaching and consulting, make sure that like you build an ecosystem and infrastructure, right? Infrastructure not just for you to be getting the leads. In fact, one of my friends was revealing to me, right, it should not be just for the leads. Like you have to build an autopilot system basically for your business leads, and even for your team members. Like you should have a system in order for you to attract team members also, right? You should have a pipeline. When I was asking my coach few days back, right, like Rajiv, Surena, some of the best coaches in India, was asking like team members come and go, what to do. He said it's like inevitable, right? Like it doesn't matter, like they come go, right? Now the thing is, when you have a system in place, like if you see like Google or like Facebook, every day so many people come and join, right? It doesn't mean the Google is going down or like Facebook is going down. It's like every day new people are like joining, right? And that is what matters the most. When we don't have more clients, we become like more desperate, like an bulldog, right? Like, hey, I want the food, I want the biscuit or something. When you get like unlimited leads, like you'll be like, oh, like if you don't want to buy, not a problem, right? Not a problem. Like you will not be like so desperate, right? And this approach, like going instead of like prospecting, even Myron Golden, he was telling about this in funnel hacking live event, like 2 years I had attended that event. He talks about this thing like attract, like you should become like a magnet and attract the people, right? That's when like 80-20 rule, 80% of money is made by 20% of the players, 20% of the top influencers in your space, right? And this approach, if you just follow it, right, instead of thinking like short term. On one thing what I have observed is, in fact I would have wasted like so much of my time since 1-2 years like deploying more people to do like the prospecting process instead of controlling the business. I thought like let's save money on ads and like let's basically do like prospecting messaging if we have the script. But what I realized is there is so many other things. In fact, and one more thing what I observed is, even if you are giving your profile to someone and you are telling them, you are training them what to do, what not to do, the highest conversion it's going to be for the founder himself through his profile. Whereas the other person's profile, the other team member's profile, it will not be able to convert so much, because people are going to scroll on the feed and check what they have done, everything, right? In this way there is so much of downside over there, and the now you will be able to see so much of upside in following the digital ecosystem model. Right now I have shown you everything, no stone untouched. um, you can just follow this, post like at least 3 videos every week, right, and you see the magic happening. And then have a funnel in place then where people will be able to come to you, see you and book your call, and then become part of your coaching and like consulting offer. In this way it's going to be win 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 for like the customer, win for your team members, and win for like you as an entrepreneur, CEO of your business, right? In this way, like you guys can approach it, just go implement this and like get massive results for yourself, right? And if you need any help, approach us. I'll be happy to help you to install this in your business so that you will have a system, a pipeline to get more leads, become better brand, get more customers, get more team members, everything, having that abundance flow, right? That's the one thing. If I have to tell you one thing what I learned from my mentor, like speaking to like one of my amazing greatest mentor, Naveen Jain, he said is like building the infrastructure, right? I asked him what's the difference between $1 million and $1 billion business. It's not just the idea or like some tactic or trick, it's like building the infrastructure and solving that big problem. That's it, guys. With that being said, if you found it valuable, just tell in the comment what was your biggest takeaway, and if you have any questions, doubts, feel free to ask me. That being said, have a great day everyone. Bye bye. See you. Akshay Rajsheakaran signing off. Bye.